to another episode of Sports Cards Live with your host, Jeremy Lee.
What is up, people? What is going on? It is Wednesday, December 15th, and we have PWCC's hockey auctions going off. Extended bidding starts in about 28 minutes. I got a few bids in on a few cards. Definitely wondering what you guys are doing, who's bidding, what you're bidding on, what's up, studio. Yeah, Wednesday night. You know, if there's some fun action, you know, we want to be talking about it and watching it for sure. We got my guy Huge Man in the house. What is going on? What is going on? Jordan Rivers, what up? What up? What up? So, yeah, I've got my screen ready to share. We got hockey cards going off tonight, and they got stuff going back to like 1910, as they often do. Jace Dodge. Glad you're happy to hang out. Very happy to have you. Maybe, hey, we can talk about some hockey, right? There's some interesting stuff. There's some cool cards ending tonight. So we'll jump around, kind of see where the bids are coming in, that sort of thing, like we've done before. As I mentioned, I've got another tab that I'm going to be monitoring with the cards that I've bid on. I don't know that I'm going to be successful on any of these, but definitely curious how you guys are doing, what you guys are bidding on. Let me know. Jace, thanks for tuning in, though. Rennie and Ronnie Myers, what's going on, Ronnie? Good to see you. B. Roy in the house. Yeah, are you bidding on any? Are you bidding on any? B. Roy. Josh, hey, awesome. Well, I'm glad you're here live. It's always fun live. I love to hear that when people listen to the podcast or tune in on YouTube later. Great to have you first time, Josh, for PWCC Live ending. Yeah, it should be fun. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'll just, here we go. Let's bring up the screen. Here's the auction. I kind of wish you could program this top piece to just be the sport you want, because I just want to kind of look at the hockey, but I guess it's fun to have some Pokemon and soccer kind of intermittently showing up in there too. I've favorited a bunch of stuff. I don't know if I can show it. It might show what I bid on. Not that that's the end of the world. Again, don't know that I'm going to win anything, but I guess we'll see. Shanik, met you at, hey, well, nice to meet you at the expo. Glad to have you watching the streams. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Joe Sakic, what is going on? Great to see you. You had I saw you posted a sick pickup on Instagram recently. Can't remember exactly what it was, but I remember going, that's a nice card. That's a nice card. Good on you for that. How did you, so Shanik, just want to ask you, the expo, how was it for you? Let me know. Put it in the chat. Any nice pickups, favorite pickup, that sort of thing. I had a great time at the expo. It's already like a month ago, and I haven't done anything kind of talking about my pickups. But quickly, the Mario Lemieux PSA 9 is sitting at $1,925. That's an absolute steal for that card, and it looks nicely centered. Let's take a better look at this, because these cards were doing, before 2020, a Lemieux PSA 9 was selling for like, $1,200 US in there somewhere. And then they went all the way up to like $8,000 or $9,000. Justin Bode, I see you there, bro. What is going on? There's my guy. So these Lemieux rookies, the PSA 9s were doing like up to maybe even close to $10,000. They've come back to about $4,500 is kind of my recollection. But here's one with the Lighthouse slab. Like it's a nice copy. The centering is not perfect. The card itself seems to be on a tilt within the holder, just the way they put it down on the scanning bed, I guess. But so I try not to let that fool me. When I look at a card and the card might be tilted a little bit. Oh, this doesn't end tonight? 2 days. Thank you. Okay, that's 2 days from now. Good call, B. Roy. Good call. But that's still a great price. I'm going to throw in a bid on this one. That's a great price. Let's go. Just to get in. You never know, right? If we can snag this card for like under $3,000 or $3,500 2 days from now, I think that's a great deal. Let's see what else is coming up. Nothing else up there right now. Let's do a, okay, I think I've got it set to hockey only. Yeah, I have it set to hockey. I'm going to do it. Let's do a sort by highest price. Let's see where the money is going tonight, at least so far. The top cards are always fun to look at. Of course, the Gordie Howe rookie. This is a PSA 2.5. Let's take a look at this card, followed by the Ovechkin PSA 10 Young Guns. These have been selling for about 9,000 USD lately, over 11,000 Canadian. I sold one to my ex-girlfriend for her son about 4 years ago. It was a raw copy. I think I sold it to her for $150. The kid had it graded. It came back at PSA 10. And I just messaged her like 2 days ago. I'm like, hey, by the way, Leo, that's her son, Leo's Ovechkin card that I sold you for $150 is worth like 11 grand now. And she wrote back, I know, we don't know what to do with it. I said, yeah, I'm not going to tell you what to do with it. I've already done my part to help you guys out on that. But this is a decent PSA 2.5 Gordie Howe. You know, it's decent because you don't notice any creases going through his face. There's a crease right here. You can see right here, you have a crease. What I don't like about it is it just seems either too tanned or too tanned for me, the stock itself. But it's not that big of a deal. I always look at the registration being like the focus of the colors as they were laid down from the printing plates. And you can see this break here between the edge of the, I don't know, I almost want to call it like a taupe sort of background and the black border. I can't zoom in any further, but you can see this little break in between there. That catches my eye. For better or for worse, it catches my eye. I'm not a huge fan, but overall, this card it's got pretty good print. That red is still pretty bright. And oftentimes this text at the bottom fades, or they didn't press it down hard enough, or it faded over time, whatever it is. So if you're ever buying a 51-52 Parkhurst card, make sure you can read the words and the stats at the bottom here. I think that's important. But this is a pretty nice card. All in all, for a 2.5, it's sitting at $77.50. I shake my head a little bit. I'm not shaking my head. I'm just like, it's just a sign of the hobby and where things are at right now. But I mean, you know, I was buying and selling PSA 4s for $2,500, what feels like just a few years ago. So now we have a 2.5 for $77.50. What's a 4 worth nowadays? Like, what is a 4 worth nowadays? I'm sure we could check and see, but you got to think 15,000 if a 2.5 is going to sell for, you know, close to 10 grand Canadian here, $77.50 US. Anyway, nice card. Of course, we have the Young Gun. Interested to see if this will hit the $9,000 like they have been lately. And then one of my favorite vintage cards of all time is the second year Gordie Howe. Something about it. I just love this card. I just love it. Nice crisp white borders on this copy. What's the grade again? A PSA 8. So that's a pretty strong grade. You know, the centering is tough on this year and it's not perfect. Seems to have maybe a little bit of tilt as well. It's kind of weird here. It's like the ink kind of came out and then went back in here. See that? Kind of went out and came back in. Anyway, something I've never noticed before on one of these cards. You can see the opposite on the left, actually. But overall, a really nice card. Super old slab, super old holder. Yeah, Luigi, I'm with you. Love the second year Gordie Howe. I have a PSA 6 that I probably prefer to this 8 just from a centering perspective. Look at this. A Paul Coffey PSA 10 rookie is up to 6,500. You got my favorite rookie cards from in hockey being SP Authentic Future Watch Autos. We got to look at this one because this is a BGS 9 with a 10 auto. But from here, zoomed out, this auto looks slightly suspect to me tonight. So let's have a closer look and see if I'm seeing that right. Yeah, so the auto started to fade. I'm not a fan of when this happens, but it tends to happen. Don't leave your cards out. As you know, cards with autos, do not put them on a shelf on a card stand. You got to take care of those things, people. Take care of those. So this auto has a 10, probably had the 10 for a while. Someone put it on a shelf, and I don't think that would regrade a 10 at this point because it's certainly faded, but still a great card. Overall, we have a Gretzky BVG8. Let's have a look at this card. You know, I love to look at the Gretzky rookies, see how the registration is. This it's a little bit off. you can see right away what I'm looking at is how the right in this area here, guys, you can see kind of these issues. You got the little white stripe between the blue and the black. You got the blue kind of bleeding over into what should be white. You've even got a bit of the image coming in to pass the black border there. I mean, it's typical. It happens a lot. Not the end of the world, but it's going to add some blur. And you can see his face. You can get clearer versions of this, of his face. Here, his face is it's a little blurry. Oil drop is up and to the left. You got this big white gap here. So, you know, from an edges, corners, centering perspective, looks fine. I want to take another look at that bottom right corner. But the top edge is beautiful. The top corners are great. I even like this action right here. To me, that's authentic. The right edge looks good. This corner looks a little funny, but just might be the way I can see it on this image. That corner looks good. The reverse. You got the two very faint blue lines, but this is the blue lines present version. A lot of people think that means first print run. I don't think it does, but it doesn't matter. I guess it's up to whatever anyone thinks on their own. But definitely has the blue lines. Decent copy. Not my favorite sort of high grade Gretzky in an 8 holder, but the centering and the edges and corners are pretty nice on that copy. Here we go. A PSA 10, Steve Eiserman. I love this card. This is like one of the first years where I was collecting for about 3 years at this point when this set came out. But when this set came out and this picture, this portrait picture in the bottom corner, I went crazy for this year's cards. I loved them. That was like, okay, now I get to know what these guys look like. And this set, the 84-85 Opeachy and top set, are what did that. So this is a pretty special card to me. And I wonder how many of you guys feel this way or remember, but when the first Hockey Beckett came out and I got it, one of the first cards I looked up was this one right here. And I remember it was, I believe it was $60. And I thought, oh my God, $60. I'm rich. Like, my cards are worth money, like big money, $60. You could buy a TV set for your bedroom for that in 1985. And that's where my head used to go. But great card overall. The centering, the edges, the corners all look really nice. It's got minor registration flaw. Just you can see it down in here, and you can see it a little bit up over here, down this line here, but minor. Very nice copy. Very nice Eiserman rookie, a card I think everyone should have. One of the most underrated 05-06 rookie sets is this Upper Deck Ultimate Collection, obviously highlighted by the Crosby and Ovechkin. This card is amazing. And like 9-5-10. This is a card I really like this card. I might throw in a bid. 2 days still. I have it favorited. That's this star here. So I've got some time. And what I love about this, I shouldn't share this, but look, it's got Mario Lemieux's jersey number. Now, I like a jersey. I like a serial number. I like a nice serial number. And this one has Lemieux's jersey number, which is who he was rooming with. He lives with Mario Lemieux. When this picture was taken, he lived with Mario Lemieux. That's pretty cool. You know, kind of the passing of the torch sort of thing. The one thing that I noticed on this copy when I looked at it earlier is that the edges are a 9, which is usually okay with me. Edges are like my least important subgrade, but I think the reason is right here. You can see it, just a speck of white right there on the edge. So if that was up here or down here where it's white, you wouldn't even notice it. Down here, it'd be like, who cares? Even on this edge here, but if it was in here, I'd be a little bit more, I'd notice it more. And I just don't want to notice flaws in my cards. I'd rather not notice them. Put them on the back. Put the flaws on the back. It's the best place for them. But this is an amazing card. The autograph still is nice and bold, nice and blue. Yeah, it's a great card. I may or may not put in a bid. We'll see. All right, going to go have a look at some of your comments, guys. Sorry. What is going on? Welcome, everybody. So we are doing the PWCC hockey auctions. And guys, hey, do me a small favor. If you want, if you can, as you may know, if you've watched the show before, I'm doing the Collectible Live show on the Collectible YouTube channel. Watch those shows. We've done like 12 episodes now, maybe 13 actually. And I'm having a lot of fun with it and having different guests than I have on Sports Cards Live, which is pretty cool. So go subscribe, watch those shows if you can. Watch them fast. They're shorter. The episodes are like right around an hour long. I know it's not short for most YouTube, but for me it's short. So check those out on the Collectible YouTube channel. And then also I'm doing this other show for the Mint Collective on the Mint Collective's YouTube channel, we're doing like a series called Today's Collector. And we've got 3 episodes done. 2 are out there. The episode number 2, I had Nat Turner on. So check that out. There's not a lot of views already. So you'll be one of the first to see it if you go check that out on the Mint Collective is what you need to search for on YouTube to find that. And of course, I'll be at that show at the end of August. There we go. Today's Collector on the Mint Collective YouTube channel. Check it out. Check it out. Give it a subscribe. Oh, I can delete the Dave and Adams ticker from last week. There we go. Take that off. Throw up upcoming episodes. All right. Back to comments. Sorry. Okay, there's my guy, Justin Boat. If you're still there, welcome. Good to see you. Alex says, may have been an ultra nice card I messaged you about. There you go. That's probably okay. Shanna, Expo is a blast. Grab a nice Lemieux, Eiserman, dual auto, and a Beauty Matthews. There you go. Congrats. B. Roy lets me know you're going to bid. And so, yeah, we have more time on that Lemieux. Remember when they were $80? Yeah, you're talking about the Ovechkin there, B. Roy, right? You're talking about the Ovechkin PSA 10 for $80. I remember that too. Let's just scroll up here and watch what's going on at the top of the page. All right. Crazy how the OV Young Gun PSA 10s are double a Crosby. I know. I never saw that coming. Birds on a Bat. Welcome. Hey, you're hardly late. We're just getting started. Game Time Gallery, the print registration. Yes, that's you nailed it. Game Time Gallery. That's 100% correct. For me, registration's number 1. I just don't want a blurry card. That's all it comes down to. I want that image to be nice and crisp. And that's so that's a surface thing for me. Yeah, it's the goal record chase. Crosby's out of sight, but still, I know when you look back at their careers, it's going to be hard. It's going to be the whole like MJ LeBron argument, who's the GOAT. And obviously we have Gretzky, but if you're to kind of compare, and what I mean by that is it's just there's never going to be consensus on who was better, Crosby or Ovechkin. I don't think. I mean, they're different players. They're both worthy. They are both worthy. It's like it's not Crosby or Ovechkin. It's Crosby and Ovechkin. That's how I'm looking at it. Birds on a Bat. The last PSA 4 Gordie Howe went for 10.7 thousand. Yeah. So if a 2.5 is going to go tonight for close to 8,000, I think a 4 has to be worth even more now, which I hope so, because that's my personal copy of a Gordie Howe is a PSA 4. So what I'd love to see that. Luigi loves the Gordie second year, and we'll get to see Luigi. Rich, should be a good night. Should be good. The coffee will be good to watch, says Justin. Yeah, it certainly will be. The 0506 Ultimate Rookies are really good looking. I agree. Some days I like them even better than SPA. I know, Rich. Some days the Upper Deck Ultimate Rookies, the Crosby, the Ovechkin, I like them more than the SPA. The SPA is just, I just feel like it's just a little bit more, I want to say affordable, but that might not be the case. I mean, there's 299 Crosby and Ovechkin Ultimates and 999 SP Authentic. So the SPA should be cheaper theoretically because there's 3 times the amount of them, which makes it just more attainable. Jay-Z, what is up? Jay-Z, if you got some bids in, feel free to share or wait until you're done. Game Time says your collectible shows are fine. I watch them as soon as they come out. Well, thanks, Game Time. I appreciate that. I think the first few I wasn't that happy with, but the last several I'm getting more and more happy with that show, because it's a different thing, right? It's not Sports Cards Live where I'm just interviewing the guest. I'm covering a little bit about the upcoming cards coming up on their platform, and of course, I'm doing it for collectible. So trying to mix in some collectible content as well. But the interview part is a lot of fun, and I try to keep it true to Sports Cards Live as best I can. Nice to see a Stan Mikita PSA 7 get a bid. The PSA 8s were doing like 2,000 not too long ago. So nice to see. That's a really nice 7 though. Holy. This, as Chris Sewell would say, this one is from the Blazer division. Look at this. Bit of a print flaw right there, but minor. I mean, what can I see? The thing about the 1960 Topps cards is that there's a lot of ink bleed from the back into the front, because look at the back of these cards. So this orange ink bled through to the front a lot of the time. So if you're looking at, for example, the key card from the set, which is this one, the Stan Mikita rookie, you might remember him from Wayne's World. you want to watch for, you might see a little hint of it right in here, but you can see speckles of that ink, that orangey red ink coming through all in this area here. So if you're ever looking at a Stan Mikita rookie, which he's a Hall of Famer, I think it's a key rookie. I've owned one for a very long time. I probably bought mine in the late 80s sort of thing. I think it's a very important card. And this is a great 7. But watch for the ink bleed coming through. It's kind of like the Magic Larry Bird rookie. It's kind of notorious for having, it's a different thing, but it's kind of notorious for having the black ink specks on the front of the surface. You want to look for that with the Magic Johnson Larry Bird rookie card. As far as this card goes, watch for the red specks coming through. But a great copy overall. $2,200 is a nice healthy price for the PSA 7. Let's keep going. What's next? Oh, the Dave. Okay. So we got an Ovechkin Bgs95 for like half the price of the PSA 10. Subgrades look to be a true gem. Might be a 10 in there. I can't see. Oh, let's open it up. But while that's open, then we've got a Mint 9 Dave Keon. So this is a big card for a lot of people. Undervalued, and I don't like the word because the value is what the market says it is. I'm going to take back the word and say underappreciated. Super old slab, as you can tell. But this is a great card. Maybe just a little bit of wear right there, perhaps, or less ink pressed down. But I love the background. The yellow Toronto Maple Leafs logos in the background almost looks like it should be a glow in the dark, which it is not. But a great card. I have a PSA 8 in my personal collection. Had it for a long time. Love the cartoon on the back. Awesome card. And so the Ovechkin is a true gem. All 4 9.5s. Half the price of the PSA. I tell you, every time I ever submitted a BGS 9.5 with True Gem or True Gem Plus to PSA for crossover, 100% of the times I've done that, which is only like maybe 8 or 10 times, always came back at PSA 10. Personal experience. It is what it is. We have a Terry Sawchuk SGC, looks like an 8.5. And their old numbering system, which also had the big number. So you got the 92, but it's an 8.5. It's a pretty nice looking copy. It looks like it was in the toaster oven for about 30 seconds down here, or else it was in some sort of album that was covered in some places. But it's a really nice card. Look at the centering. You can tell it's nice, full size. Great copy. All right, if you're bidding on any cards in this auction, guys, you have to get those bids in the next 5 minutes or so. Otherwise, you will be shut out. You cannot bid after 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock where I am. You cannot bid after that unless you get a bid in early. Here's a great row. A PSA 9 Bobby Clark, PSA 9 second-year Gretzky. Love this card. Absolutely love this card. And a Topps BVG 8.5. Let's take a look at the Gretzky second year. Like, look at this. What a great card. I kind of wish this was his rookie card's like my favorite card, but it's not. I don't know. It's so iconic to me that I have trouble saying it's not that beautiful because I think it is. But this card, I just like this card. What a great card. This one looks so nice. The centering looks, I don't know. The centering looks like dead on to me. Is it dead on? The way I look at centering on this is I look at this corner here and I look at this corner here and I try and like assess the angle of the line that would be from the corner there to the corner here. And I compare it to the line here to here. And if those two lines are angles, if this yellow bar seems to be perfectly centered among the white border across the top, which, I mean, this one looks like it's bang on. It's harder to tell down here because you don't have the green square off down here as you do up top, but still, it looks just beautiful. Side to side looks bang on too. So I mean, you got to wonder, why isn't it a 10? I have no idea, but what a beautiful, beautiful copy. I would highly recommend this copy if anyone's in the market for a second year Gretzky. I'm not sure what they're selling for comp wise, so I can't speak to if this is already if the beauty of this particular copy is already priced in or not. I'm just not sure. But what a card. Oh, a couple of McDavid Young Guns, a Crosby PSA 10 for like a third the price of the Ovechkin. Look at this Gordie Howe rookie with the tape marks on it. Let's have a look at that. It's just great to see, any copy sells for good money, like $2,900. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, I'm going to go to comments while we have that up. Actually, we'll go back here, go to the top, see what's going on, what bids are coming in. And I'm going to have a look at what some of you guys are saying. Jay-Z says bidding on 11 vintage PSA 9s. Yeah, don't say until the finish. I don't blame you, buddy. Right, yeah, that's as sharp as you can get on a 7 Makita. B. Roy says that front is cleaner than my PSA 8, right? I hear you, dude. I hear you. Troy, hello. Preview or the cards you were buying yourself for Christmas. I do have a couple bids in. I'm already locked in for extended, so we'll see. I'm not hopeful on either of them or 3. I'm bidding on 3. I'm not hopeful on any of them. I'm hopeful, but I'm not that confident I'm going to win any of them. Yeah, Troy, B. Roy, the SGC 8.5 Sawchuck looks weird when you zoom in on the eyes. Interesting. You probably already said this, but how many cards are you bidding? Yeah, about 3. No pressure. Appreciate that, Birds. Josh R., what are a few of the key older cards pre-1980 that you would only buy already authenticated in slabs because they're commonly faked, susceptible to alteration? All of them, dude. All of them, Josh. Gretzky rookie, Gordie Howe rookie, Bobby Orr rookie. Those are the 3 major ones I would say as far as susceptible. Yeah, but the best thing you can do for yourself if you're not an expert at card stock and what it's supposed to look like in the older years is find a way to find yourself a common card from that set, like just a common for cheap nothing, and keep them and take them with you to card shows and pull it out and put it against the card you're looking at buying and look at them under magnification, under a loop, and just look at the card stock. Does it look right? Yeah, Troy, the eye appeal on that second-year Gretzky is phenomenal. Definitely agree with that. So let's get in the bids. Not the hockey right now. People are looking at soccer and baseball. There's the hockey. This is a 84 O-Pee-Chee Gretzky, sort of a special trophy card. I'm not a huge fan of those, but if you're going for the master list, let's have a look at this. The Ovechkin Black Diamond BGS 10. These cards are tough with the total foil surface, tough to find. This slab seems to be a little buggered up in terms of just the scratches on it, but grab yourself some of that. Where's my bottle of it? Right here. Grab yourself some of this Scratch X 2.0, but you don't want to put this on a slab that has a crack that goes all the way through, because it could actually get through to the card and then your card is toast. So if you're going to use the Scratch X 2.0, the Maguires, make sure you're using on a slab where you're just hitting the surface. This is important here. I'll just sort of, let's see, what's the view we want to do? Is it that one? No. Is it that one? Yeah, let's do that one. So right there, this stuff here, guys, I've shown it before. I haven't shown it in months and months, but this stuff works wonders. It'll clean up your slabs. But again, really important, don't use it on a slab where there's a crack or something all the way through that layer of plastic. Important. Don't do that. Someone reached out to me and said, hey, just so you know, because he knows about this stuff. He said, just so you know, if it's going to get all the way through the slab and touch the card, your card is effed. So little tip. Be careful if you're using it. Thank you, Rich, for encouraging the likes on the video. Appreciate that. All right. So we were talking about this card here. This is the Ovechkin BGS 10. It's at 3,200. Let's go back to, is it this one? Nope. How do we do this? There we go. Still learning some of these functions, if you can believe it. B. Roy says, the Scratch X is great. Makes a nice stocking stuffer for sure. Game time. Bidding on 4 cards tonight. My wife agreed that those will be my Christmas presents. I didn't tell her what my high bids were, though. Don't tell her. Don't tell her. Good move. You bet, Troy. Great scratch removal tip. Yeah, it'll clean up your slabs pretty nice. I mean, if there's a chunk out of it, it's not going to help that much. But scuffs and light scratches, it gets rid of those, which is pretty cool. All right, what's going on here? We are in extended bidding, guys. We are in extended bidding. We are in the green level. And this is going to go for half an hour. So any card that does not get a bid in the next half hour will be over at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. Right there. Serena Williams. All right, let's go back down and see what else is going on. So we left off here. We got the PSA 10 Crosby Young Guns. We got 2 Connor McDavids, one of which is an SGC 100. an SGC 100, and it's selling for less than the PSA 10 at the moment, but it doesn't end till, I guess, tomorrow, where this one ends today. So that could be indicative of the fact that there may still be bids coming on this one here, because I don't know that I've really ever seen an SGC 100 label, but that's a pretty high grade. 100 is as high as you can go, right? This must be, I don't know, is this an old slab? It has to be an old slab. And then there was this Gordie Howe that I kind of forgot to come back to. Creased all over the place, some bends, some tape marks, some tape residue still on there. It looks like there's still tape on the card right here. I love this. I mean, this is great. This is, you know, my buddy Joe would call this a beater. You know, it's a beater, but it's still a beater for $3,000. Like, you got to decide. You want to buy a beater for $3,000, or do you want to find a nicer one? Because there are nicer ones out there. Trust me on that. Now, will they be cheaper? That's another question. Couple of Gretzky's here. PSA 6, O-Pee-Chee, PSA 8 tops. This 6 O-Pee-Chee looks quite off-centered, which, of course, you expect. We see, yeah, that's extremely off-centered. It's got a bit of, see, you always look at the words of the Edmonton Oilers, too. Oftentimes, you'll see, like in here, that it's a little bit light. I don't know if it's faded or just didn't get the full ink treatment, but not the end of the world. There's worse flaws to me. The centering obviously is very eye-catching, but look at the registration. The registration it's pretty perfect. I do notice one flaw with the registration. I don't know if anyone else can see it, but just in the word Oilers, you can tell that the yellow and the magenta plates kind of went down a little bit off. But aside from that, look at the oil drop is very nicely placed. Very crisp image, like his face is very clear. No blur at all, but you got to be comfortable with that centering. If that was better centered, obviously it's going to be a higher grade. It's the end of the first page. Let's go on to page 2, see what's going on. Dan, the Parky man, welcome, says just had 2 Gretzky second years back from PSA. Was hoping for what's going on here? Oh. Is this my all items? Okay, well, there's a peek at what I'm the high bidder on this card, everybody. There you go. I wasn't expecting to show that, but hey, it's live. I can't take it back now. I am the high bidder on this Ovechkin. Not a good card. You don't want this card, guys. I don't recommend this card here, so just leave it for me. Thank you very much. Oh, this is page 2. That's what happened. Okay. Back to comments, though. Second year, both came back 8. Yeah, 8's still a fine grade, Dan. Still a fine grade. Aaron, hello to you. Great to have you back. Yeah, been a while. Bird says, have you ever used the reholder service? Yes, I have. I have used it a few times. For, when the slab is like just really bad, I've used it. Kaplan confirms old slab. Yeah, because it would be a 10, right? It'd be a gold 10. They went away from those that 100-point scale quite a while ago. Troy, 2016 might be the last year for that label for SGC. Where is Ryan when you need him? Tank says, I remember selling my Gordie Howe rookie SGC 86 for less than $2,900. Yeah, we all have those stories. We all have those stories right now. Behind the tanks, we all have. Yeah, I just said it. I'd be Roy. We're thinking the same. Exactly. Yeah, feel the pain too. No doubt. No doubt. All right. So I have a day on this anyway. You guys have a day to decide if you want to bid on this with me. I'm outbid on the Mario PSA 9. I expected that. Here's a great card. The Ron Francis rookie in a PSA 10. I mean, I love this card. I'm not sure. I don't think I have a copy of this. I think I have a PSA 9. I got to check. I got to see if I have a Francis PSA 10. I'm not even sure. I might. I don't think so. I think I have it. No, I think it's a 10. I think it's a 9. Just going to go into my Dropbox, look at my hockey rookies. Here's how it works. I don't know if you can see this, but I just sort of scroll. There's all my graded hockey cards in here, all scanned. But let's go to the 82 section and my Ron Francis. Yeah, my Francis is a PSA 9, but it's still very nice. So I'm not going to upgrade. I'm good. I'm good with my 9. This one has the above average designation too. If anyone's interested, this is probably a great Ron Francis option. Looks pretty nice to me. PSA 10. Again, I'm looking at the angle here. It's almost perfectly centered, I'd say. But you don't see many. The population of this card has to be well under 50. I do not know what it is, but if anyone wants to look that up, I'm curious. What's the pop? Actually, I can probably do it right from my phone, right? I'll just go to the PSA CERT app, scan barcode. I'm going to scan the barcode right on here. Let's see. All right, it's loading. Pop 1. Oh, it misread it. Oh, this is interesting. 28853. Oh, it misread it. It's 5. It misread it. I'm going to manually enter. It had like I'm going to try again. It misread one of the 3 for a 6, actually. Let's try again. Did it do it right this time? No, now it's coming up as Barry Larkin. I guess it's better to use that app when you actually have the card in your hand and you're not taking it off the picture on your phone or on your screen. So I'm going to enter this manually. 2885 3424. Verify. Pop 43. Pop 43, I said under 50, so it's actually higher than I thought it would be. SMR price guide value, guys. SMR price guide value is $600. It's already 3 times. So I got to ask, what is the purpose of SMR? And I know Nat said that with the card ladder acquisition, they're going to become much more accurate in valuing cards on their set registry and in the magazine, I guess, than they were. But what is the purpose of SMR if it's so out of whack? Like, what is it supposed to be telling you? Legit question. I don't know. I'd like to know. Thanks, Birds. I guess I didn't see you put that up there, but I appreciate it. You beat me to it. And of course, the Whalers jersey is awesome. Love it as well. Love this card. Well, good luck to whoever ends up with it. We've got about 19 minutes left in the before we move to the quicker, before we're out of the greens and into what I believe will be the yellows. But look at this. Here's the Richard to go with that Gordie Howe that had tape all over it. So here's the Richard beater if anyone's looking for one. $15.75. I mean, I don't want to own this card, but if it, because you can find nicer low-grade copies. These tape marks just, I mean, I guess it's fun, but they kind of ruin it for me personally. But definitely a card that a lot of people would love to own. Here's some more Gretzky's. So let's have a look at this, because this is the second year Topps. The only year really where the cards in O-Pee-Chee and Topps were different, and it's by this scratch off stuff like a lottery ticket. So I've always kind of wanted one of these. I don't like this copy for myself. The left to right centering is it's off too much for me. There's just too many copies out there for me to buy this one, but a great card nonetheless. Definitely. I love that card. Look at the centering on this guy. This is a 7 with the OC. The OC qualifier. Look at that. It's like you could eat your dinner off this side here. But hey, there's plenty out there like this. Tell you one thing, it's definitely authentic. Yeah. Oh, the registration is just perfect. See, it's funny, right? The centering is like just horrible, but the registration is like perfect. Well, 99.5% perfect, I'd say, on this card. But it's almost funny looking the way it just feels like so fat on the right side. The right side and the bottom. Oh, there's a Don Cherry rookie card, a Ray Bourque, a Doug Gilmour PSA 10. I was recently offered a Doug Gilmour PSA 10, but it was part of a larger purchase. I passed on the card, but that's a nice copy. Nice copy. All right, let's go to the top. Back to comments. Let me know what you guys are bidding on. What are you? Oh, a 61 Gordie Parker's PSA 9. You might, you look at this card, you think, oh my God, like that's a vintage 1961 Parker's Gordie Howe PSA 9. It's only at $900. Fact of the matter is, this is one of the best years for condition you'll find in hockey cards is 1961. It's like there are no shortage of high grade 61s for whatever reason. I'm sure if Bobby's watching or Colin or somebody would have the answer to that, but a great, still a great card. But again, it's not as rare as you'd think. Let's see. Let's have a look. I'm going to try scanning it this time. Let's see if it'll scan this one for us. It did. It worked. And the SMR price guide is $900. The SMR price guide on this is $900. The pop is $22, which is lower than I was assuming. But let's see what the overall pop is for card number 20, like just the other grades. I love this app. It brings you right to all the, why is it not letting me expand it? Well, there's been 420 copies graded, 110, 22 nines, and probably a whole bunch, and 63 eights, it looks like. So pretty easy to find in 7 or better, I would say. Oh, Colin is here. Okay, so Bird says SMR is, as of now, just basically useless. That's not much of a... I thought you were going to give us a reason here, Birds. For me, says my collection is worth about 40% of what the APR says, which is the actual... I forget what it is, actually, but... I forget what the acronym is, but those are actual auction prices. And I don't collect modern prospects that fluctuate rapidly. Fair. Daniel, hi. Hope you're all... Thanks, Daniel. Great to see you. Colin, PWCC doesn't disappoint. Continues to have amazing stuff and fetches prices that push the limits. Love these shows. Thank you, Colin. B. Roy, can you imagine someone sheet cutting a Gretzky? Yeah, exactly. I don't think you could. Like, aren't you going to start infringing on the next player? Game time should be as miscut. Well, it's miscut if it goes off the edge, is my understanding. That one wasn't off the edge, but it was close. Jay-Z says, crazy that 61 has so many great copies. I know. It does look great. Actual price realized. Auction prices realized. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. You guys anyone bidding on anything? Usually we do these and someone's like, yeah, I'm going to bid on this or that. But I guess you want to talk about it once the bidding is done. I'm still a day away on that card. All right. Let's see what I'm bidding on. Should I show you guys? Hold on. Let me see first. Let me see. I got to unshare the screen. Let me see what my bids are in on and decide if I want to share this with the crowd. Let's see. Oh, 2 of them are a day away. Only one is ending tonight. So. Oh, and I'm way over bid. Okay, I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys what I have bids in on. So here we go. You've seen the Lemieux if you are watching already. I just think it's a 2,200 now, but this card, anything under what, 4,500, 3,500 for sure is a steal. Anything under $4,000, 4,500, I think is a good, investment on this card. This card here, I want one. I want one. So we'll see if I can win it, but one of you will probably snipe it from me now. And congrats if you do. And then this card here, this is from 2012 Prism Hockey, licensed out of 50, the red parallel. So I think I put a bid in at 500. Yeah, I did, because I just put in the minimum bid at the time when I placed it, and it's now up to 1,025, which is kind of where I thought it would be, maybe 1,300, 1,400. But I think I'm gonna sit it out now. Plus, I already have a copy of the card, so it would be a second copy. And then this card here, same situation. I actually have a copy of this card, but I just love this card. It's the Upper Deck Tribute Young Gun, or Flashback. What do they call it? Retro. The Retro Young Gun Acetate. So it's tough to see with with PWCC's black backgrounds, but this card is a beautiful acetate, and it's a PSA 9. So pretty nice. These are tough to grade in 9s and better, as far as I've seen these retro acetate young guns. So I bid, what did I bid? My bid is 500. There's one bid higher than me. This doesn't end till tomorrow. I mean, I think this card might sell for well into the thousands. I don't know how deep into the thousands, but I think it will. All right, back to the main page. Oh, this Gilmore. This Gilmore is nice too. This card you could buy for $300 all day long, not too long ago, and now they're in that $1,200 to $2,000 range, I believe. All right, all items Let's see what's going on at the top, and then we'll do a sort from the highest bids. If anyone wants to look at a card, if there's a card you guys are looking at, anything like that, just call it out, and I'll see the comment, I'm sure, hopefully, and let's take a look at it. If there's anything you're considering, you want to talk about, let's do it. Let's do it. So right now, I believe we're on the first page of the highest. Let's see, are we on the page 1 here? We are on page 1. So these are the highest priced cards in hockey ending tonight so far. The first round of extended bidding ends in just over 10 minutes. If you're not already in on one of these cards, you are now shut out, unfortunately. But look at this. The Gordie Howe's up to, it's still at $7,750. The Coffee's gone up to $7,500. The Ovechkin is closing in, getting closer to that $9,000 value we've seen lately. Here are the $7,000 cards. Nice to see the Eiserman do so well. Really nice to see it do so well. One day. I'm going to change this to today's auction, guys. If you go up here and I click on December 15th, it's going to now eliminate all the cards that end tomorrow. Just for the sake, we don't have to do this the whole time, but just for now, just so we don't get confused with what cards aren't ending today. All right, I'm going to go to the top and look at the comments here. Oh, I love this Cal Ripken card. To me, that's as beautiful as a 52 Topps Mickey Mantle. I just love the looks of it. What are you guys saying? What are you saying? All right. Be right. Make sure you hide the max bid if you share the screen. Yeah, fair enough. But my max bid is usually the next bid until it comes down to the crunch time. So not much to hide there. David G bid on the Richard rookie with the tape. Well, good for you, David G. Good luck winning that card. Dan the Parky Man, 59 Doug Harvey, 52 Butch Bouchard. Please don't bid. Guys, let's leave those for Dan. Dan is going for those. Troy says I have to check my 649 and then maybe I bid on that Ovechkin. For you Americans, Lotto 6, I don't know, maybe Lotto 649 is an American thing too, but that's a Canadian type of lottery. Alex says that Ovi Ice RC out of 99 is a top 5 dream card for me. Yeah, well, me too. Well, maybe not top 5, but it's a dream card. Going to try and win it. Colin says, I think PWCC's requirement to bid, to enter extended bidding by design increases the prices, better for sellers than eBay last-minute sniping. Yeah, because if you want to be able, you have to prepare for these auctions. That's the thing. PWCC's monthly auction is no longer like it was on eBay, where you could just go on and place your bids in the last couple minutes of the auction. Set your alarm and go see what's going on, and then decide if you want to bid. With these ones, you have to have all your bids in on every card that you might want to win before extended bidding kicks in. Otherwise, you cannot bid. So you have to prepare. But the nice thing is you've got 3 weeks to do it, 2 weeks to do it. So once it goes live, you got to run through those items, favorite them, or put in the smallest bid you can. Just so that you can make the further decision later whether or not you want to bid. That's what I've been doing. Hits and chicks. Has anyone else had bids disappear on them? I've never had a bid disappear on me. Dave Kaplan says card ladder value on the Lemieux PSA 9 is $32.50. So, and that's, the thing I'd say about the card ladder value is the card ladder does not discern between the quality of the grade, the card and the grade. So the last PSA 9, Mario Lemieux could have been the worst of all the PSA 9s. So it's really important. The nice thing about card ladder is that you can then go to view all sales. You can see you can actually click on it and go see the card. As long as that image is still available on eBay, those only last about 90 days. And I'm not sure if Card Ladder is going to find a way to preserve those images. I got to think they will, because, PSA's auction price tool does preserve those images. So you got to think the Card Ladders will now too, as they've been acquired by PSA. So again, the card ladder value, I think it's very important and indicative and reliable, but sometimes you need to dig. That's what I'll say about that. Colin, we talked about the 60 Makita already, where you must have just missed it. Literally, you must have come in. I was on that card for a good 2.5 minutes. The strongest 7 I've ever seen. You have no bleed from the back to the front, which is very rare for that card, or I would say something you don't want on that card. So yeah, I love that PSA 7 Makita. If that's the one you're looking at, Colin, those are my thoughts. We looked at it for a while already. Again, must have been just before you came on. Dan the Man says the 59 set is underrated. Shame there are no key rookies in that set. Yeah, and it's like one of the sets where I have trouble even picturing what it looks like because there's no rookies. That's kind of the way I do that. Troy says, David, did you see what a Mario PSA 10 is listed for? I'm guessing it's an O-Pee-Chee on the PWCC fixed price. The nice thing about their site is you got the premier auction here, which is live right now, and we will be doing a show on that on Saturday. Monthly auction here, fixed price here. So you can go look anywhere. You can go shopping anywhere you want. Behind the Tank says, the Eiserman rookie card was the first ever card that I saw with the value for BGS95 in the back of the Beckett about 20 years ago, 1,700 in gem mint. Seems high for 20 years ago, actually. It's funny. They started out really high when the pops were like 3 on all those cards. I remember. And then they came down as pops went up, and now they've gone back up. Makes sense. Kaplan says you should pull up some of the messy mega cracks. We're just doing hockey tonight, Kaplan. We're just doing hockey tonight. I don't know enough about it. Just that mega cracks are they kind of look like barf on a card. But I know I say that tongue in cheek. They're not that bad, but they're I don't know. I know they're very important. I just don't like the looks of the cards. Yeah. So much for preparing, B-Roy. Yeah, you're not in, you're not in. Birds on a bat. I saw an Albert Pujols PSA 10 sell for $1,850 on eBay, the lowest sale in 12 months, but it was like 70-30 centered. No way it should have been a 10. There you go. There you go. Using that sale to judge the market is yes, you can't. If you're gonna use Card Ladder's value, which is great for a quick comp, but don't just because oftentimes the Card Ladder value is the same price as the last copy that sold. Is the last copy that sold indicative of what the price should be for that grade point? It may or may not be. So just go look at the last few copies, not just the last one. Simple as that. So it's all right, Colin. But yeah, I do love that card. David says, what's my opinion on the 53 Sawchuck SGC8? Well, let's go have a look. It's not too far down here, is it? Here it is right here. Is it the 8 or the 8? I thought this was an 8.5. Is that the one, or is there an 8 as well? Is it this one, David? Must be this one, no? I mean, the eyes. Someone mentioned the eyes. The eyes look normal to me. I'm not seeing anything funny with the eyes unless there is an 8 as well, which shouldn't be too much further down here. If there is one. Let's go to page 2. The 69 Woodstock full ticket is a super cool item. Wish I saw that one earlier. Yeah, that would be really, really cool. Wah, wah. Mega Cracks rookie card number 71 BGS 8.5 at 10K. Yeah, the Messi and the Ronaldo are right there. Both of their rookies are in that set. They both do very, very well. Yes, Troy. Search other sales other than just Card Ladder's last sale. Now, that said, the Card Ladder's tool is beautiful in that it's all linked right there. So, the other thing is that, like, if you're looking at, even if the images are no longer available on Card Ladder's app because they were eBay sales and they disappeared after 90 days, even if that happens, I still recommend looking at the most recent 4 or 5 sales of the card. Notice the dates that they sold and just try and assess the value for yourself. Again, if everybody just respected comps, card values would never move, right? They would never move. So you have to assess for yourself, decide, is now the time I can buy the card? Is my financial situation proper that I can buy the card? Do I want the card bad enough where I might pay $200 or $300 or 10 or 15% higher than the most recent comp or the Card Ladder value? Maybe it is. And maybe that's fine. And maybe you love the copy. Maybe you love the specific copy. There's nothing wrong with that. Here's a great card. This is the 4th year Gretzky card. This is a tough one to find in high grade. Overall, centering is hard. PSA 9. Nice looking PSA 9. It's not perfect. Obviously, it's got definitely has a bit of tilt. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm just going to take off Troy's comment there, and just what I'm talking about is the width of the border here between the edge of the border and the black line here versus right down here, the edge of the border and the black line here. You can see it gets narrower as you come down. When I say that, that's what I call tilt. You can see it the opposite effect here, narrow at the top, a little wider down here. So it's like a centering issue to me. It's not diamond cut. Some people call that diamond cut. That is not diamond cut. Diamond cut is where the cardboard itself does not have perfect 90-degree angles on each corner. This is not diamond cut. It's just got a little bit of tilt. At least that's how I look at it. So I speak like it's an authority, but that may not be the fact, but to me, that's how I do it. So if you ever hear me say diamond cut, that's what I'm referring to, is the card itself isn't a perfect rectangle. In this case, it's just tilt, which to me is a centering thing. Curious if you guys feel the same way about that. What was the price on this right now? $900. Feels like a good price. I can't bid on it, but feels like a good price. B. Roy, there's a 53 Parky. It's a 53 Parkhurst Sawchuck, right? Is that what you're talking about? David asked about the 53. Damn, I didn't notice that guy. Here I am talking the whole time, and I didn't realize it was a 53 Sawchuck. Well, let's go see it. Let's go see the 53 Sawchuck. And I believe we are now into the next level of the extended bidding. I believe they are the oranges. So the 53 Sawchuck, I mean, this card looks I don't know what this is here, this little staining here. That's definitely not, you look here, it could be part of the image. Is it coming through from the back? I don't think so. I don't know what this stain is, but aside from the stain, the card stock looks like this card was just pulled yesterday. Maybe a little bit of toning. It's a very nice copy. What I don't like about it is I don't like this. This looks like a lipstick mark almost on the card. Like someone kissed it, when someone kisses you, got your lipstick marks on your cheek. That's what that looks like there. This is the circle, and you have some more up here. So yeah, it's a fine copy. It looks freshly packed pulled, except for the kiss. I prefer his second year. I prefer the 52 Parkhurst Terry Sawchuck. I love the 52 Parkhurst Terry Sawchuck enough that I own a PSA 6 or 7, I think it is. All right, let's clear that search. See what's going on at the top. Game Time says the 69 Woodstock. We saw that one. Troy, oh, there we are. 61 Tim Horton. Probably is a low pop. 1 of 8. There we go. Dave says the Lemieux PSA 9 hasn't sold for over 4K in a while, not since PWCC October monthly. Oh, that's not that while. It's not that long. Colin says the other 82 Gretzky is a bit nicer. Thank you. Thank you. B. Roy, tilt drives me insane. Yeah, a minor tilt I can live with. Tilt where I can't take my eyes off it. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Colin agrees. Tilt drives like poor blurred registration. Yeah. But okay, so Colin and Troy, what would you rather have? A perfect card with tilt or a perfect card with some blurriness? Okay, B. Roy, blur. Oh, there we go. There's your answer. Blurred registration doesn't bother me as much. It's like beer goggles. Yeah, fair. And Behind the Tank says the cardstock looks strong because it was bleached. So unless you bleached it, you can't know for sure, Tanks. But I know what you're saying, and it does look very clean. But if it's bleached, what happened here? What happened here? Did that come on after? Right? Down here. They didn't. Why didn't that get bleached? Because this is actually the same density or darkness as the rest of it, even if not even more. So I don't know that this one's bleached. So, not a huge fan of those kind of, authoritative call-outs unless you're 100%. And this one, I can't say we're 100%. But if you can explain to me how it's bleached while this didn't change and this didn't change, I'd be curious to know. Back looks fine. What's going on at the top? I never even heard of this player, Bob Dillabow. Bob Dillabow got a bid. And then other than that, it's Donald Trump and some soccer. Princess Leia's getting bids. PSA. I used to have a bunch of those Wonder Bread cards. And there's a nice Pele. Troy rather have blur. Colin, perfect card with tilt. The blur drives me. I'm with you, Colin, on that. No thanks on tilt. 53s were never naturally that white. I mean, not even out of the pack. I wasn't around in 53 tanks. Wasn't around to see them, but hey, you could be right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying, I don't love, accusation's a strong word, but without evidence, I'm not a huge fan of those types of comments. But hey, we do know that bleaching does occur, and there are several cards that have it there that have been bleached. And I wonder if PSA has a way to detect it. And that was an SGC copy. That was an SGC card. So I wonder if SGC has a way to detect it. Let's do a refresh on here because these. Oh, and let's see my bids. What am I still in on anything here? Let's see. Oh, I'm also bidding on Batman, by the way. Also bidding on Batman. Am I the high bidder? I'm outbid. 2 minutes. I'm gonna up my bid on Batman. And am I the high? Oh, I'm the high bid. That green shadow. That green shadow means you're the high bidder. So hopefully my competition on this card. I'm guessing no one in this chat has a bid in on that. So none of you can compete with me on this card. If you can, let me know and go ahead and take it. I'll be happy for you. But I looked at this card. It's a PSA 6. I know we're supposed to be talking hockey. Kaplan's probably like, Jeremy, you said hockey only. Well, I can't help it. I went here to my bid page and I have a bid in there. This doesn't end until tomorrow. This one I'm outbid at, but that doesn't end until tomorrow either. And the Lemieux, the Crosby is at 12 and a quarter now, but my max was 500. Yeah, I was hoping to again, it would be a second copy. I was hoping to snag it for like under 1,000. I didn't think I would, but I wanted the option. So I put in the bid. At the time, the minimum bid was 500. I knew that was a bid it's okay, if I win for 500, I'm super pumped to take it. Didn't think I would. And now I have the option to bid up to my comfort price, which was around that $1,000 level. So anyway, as I said, I'm out. I have a copy, but it would have been nicer to have a second copy of this card. Pop 1 of 4 and ungraded higher. It's a cool card. I do love the 2012 Prism, the design. I really like them. That's really the only Prism that I really like. Back to the top. Doug Harvey gets a bid from the 54 Parker set. Sorry, 64. 54, 64. How can I not know that? Oh, yeah, 54. I've never owned that card. B. Roy, is the Topps your desired version of Batman? There are a few different Yeah, the Topps Black Bat is my preferred Batman card. To me, it's the Batman rookie card. I know it's kind of sounds funny, but it is. So yeah, that is my desired. That specifically, I've owned 2 or 3 copies of it in the past. I bought them years ago, and I ended up moving them. And I don't think I had a graded copy, and I bought them on like ComC for cheap. It's a great card. You're going for Batman, very cool. Maybe flipping Steve is your other bidder. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. Jay-Z with 7 wins already, 4 in overtime. Congrats, Jay-Z. Let us know what you are winning. Let us know what you're winning. Baseball curmudgeon, welcome back. Thank you so much. Good to see you. All right, what is going on here? So I'm kind of losing track of what cards are falling off. Looks like there's 1,054 cards still in action. We are now at the point where if a card doesn't get a bid in a 5-minute window, it ends. So the next window ends in a minute and a half, and this 1,054 will fall to probably like 400 or something like that, or 500. I'm going to do a quick refresh, see what happens. Hopefully it doesn't knock me out of the studio here. Oh, okay. So we're already down to 198 cards left. Only 198 cards are left in the auction, including all these. So that's not many. That is not many. So I hadn't refreshed in a long time. I don't remember what we started with, about 2,000 or something like that. I think we started with. So only about 10% of the cards left. The second year Gordie Howe is at 8,500. The Coffee, nice to see the Paul Coffey getting this kind of respect on the PSA 10. I wish we could see the pop right here, but this is good. The high eye appeal rating, top 30%. This card is, I mean, there's no shortage of these. They printed these 24/7, but good condition is definitely tough. Definitely tough. Nice to see the Eiserman still there at 7,250. The Dave Keon, the BGS 10, Alex Ovechkin Black Diamond at 4,200. Oral Joliot Champ Cigarettes PSA 7.5. I mean, that's a tough card from 1924. 1924, you guys. That's an old card. Almost 100 years old. There's the Parker. Who was bidding on that again? Who said they were bidding on the Parkhurst? I'm trying to scroll up and find it and see if you're still there. Got to write these down next time. Spend less time scrolling through the comments. Can't find the comment. But if you're still in on it, let us know. Let us know. What does this mean? Well, that's obviously a bot of some sort. Block. There he is. There he is, guys. Everyone say hello to Eric. Everyone say hello to Eric. He is here. Good evening, Eric. B. Roy won the Ugly Howe rookie with tape and the Tops 8.5 Gretzky rookie. Congrats, B. Roy. You got the Gordie Howe. What did it end at? What did it end at? Inquiring minds want to know. And let's see what 198 is now down to. How many cards are left after that window? We are now down to still 198 cards. That's weird. What happened? Why didn't it reset? Unless every card that was still alive got a bid. I don't know that I buy it, but it seems like the refresh didn't work for me. I'll try one more time. So what did the Gordie sell for? What'd you get the ugly Gordie? The ugly. We can't call it ugly. It's one of your babies now, right? It's a baby card for you now. So we can go to closed. Sanderson to Orr. Looks like I won an 84 Gretzky PSA 7. Congrats. So the Gordie Howe PSA 2.5 did 77.50. Let's see. Oh, here we go. 20. So that's what it was at. 2,900. Congratulations. It's, it's nice just to own a card. Nice just to own the card. And what's a PSA 1 going to sell for, or a nicer SGC one? I don't know. Maybe they're going to go for more money. And 2,400 on the PSA 7 Makita. That's one of the nicest Makitas I've ever seen. 7, 8, or 9. Top 6 did 1825. The Francis ended at 1850. Looks like it got one more bid. PSA 9 Ray Bork did 1275. Sorry you lost. This card ended at 1225. Very nice card. Matthews are doing 1,200. $1,000 on the fourth year Gretzky. Nice to look at the cards that are over, actually. Jay-Z lets us know that that PSA 10 Paul Coffey is a pop 22. That is low. That is a low pop. B. Roy got his Gordie for 29 and the Gretzky for 36. Congratulations, B. Roy. Congratulations. PSA 1 sold for 4,400 this past summer. Yeah. There's such a wild variety of like grades within the grade. I always say keep good attention to the card itself. The Super Action Peter Stastny PSA 10 does 675. That's got to be a set collector, sort of like a PSA set registry kind of thing, I would think. Maybe not. Maybe there's a huge Paul Stastny, for anyone who doesn't know, is the second highest scoring player in all of the 1980s behind Wayne Gretzky. All of the 1980s. He's the second highest scoring player, yet nobody talks about him in the hobby. Nobody talks about Paul Stastny. 550 for the PSA 9. What I thought we had one up higher there. 550 for that copy. Oh, wasn't there another copy of that did more? Like $900? I'll have to go back. I don't remember. Don't tell her exactly. Terry, you're a little behind, but that's okay. Jeremy from Collectors League wants to know, does anyone collect Mike Modano? There are a couple of Mike Modano collectors out there. There's one account on Instagram that I love, mo.something. He's got the nicest Modano collection that I've seen on Instagram, at least. I'm going to try and find this guy for you because mo.card.collection. Mo.card.collection. This guy right here, I don't know if it's hard to see, but this guy right here has a great Modano collection. Carlos from Because I'm Carlos also collects Mike Modano. Modano's a great player. Like I have a few Modano cards that I just love. So Modano is worthy, in my opinion. Worthy. Jay-Z finished up with 959 Parker's PSA 9s. Great for your set, Jay-Z, and congrats. Was I saying Paul Stastny? I meant Peter. Yeah, Paul is Peter's son or nephew. I think it's his son. There were 3 Stasnys. They all played together. They all played for the same time at the same time, even for the Quebec Nordiques. Peter, Anton, and Marion. And a couple of them had kids, and Paul plays right now on, I think, the Golden Knights for Vegas. Rich won the coffee PSA 9 at your first PWCC auction win. Way to go, Rich. Congratulations. JG bought a Jimi Hendrix PSA 4 album. Awesome. I love it. Where'd you buy it? Where'd you buy that, JG? I'd love to have a look at it, but congrats. I love that. Absolutely. Junk Wax Packs. Where would Mike Modano rank on the list of all-time greats? No, not top 25. I think I can very quickly say not top 25. But if you want to narrow it down to where would he rank among the all-time great U.S.-born players, he's like top 3. I think he's top 3 all-time best U.S.-born players. You got Patrick Kane. I'm a big Jeremy Roenick fan. You've got Mike Modano. Who am I forgetting, guys? Brian Leach. I mean, he's definitely top 5 all-time U.S.-born. NHL, like all-time, though, no. He's probably top 50. Maybe top 100 for sure, I would think. Sanderson to Orr says, I talk about the Stastny brothers all the time, but no one wants to hear about them. Yeah, and if no one's listening, are you really talking about them, Eric? Come on. Jeremy says top 100 for Modano. I definitely top 100. I loved Mike Modano, really did. Like, great player. You get great pieces of. Actually, I might have one of his cards right here. I pulled out a box I call my limbo box, and because here it is. I love this Mike Modano card, and it's a card that I was like, am I going to keep it? Am I going to sell it? But let me show you guys this card. Let's go to that angle. So this Mike Modano right here, this is from 2008-9 Upper Deck Ultimate Collection. I got a light shining right on it, so keep in mind that like that is a deep green right there. It's numbered out of 25. Beautiful dual patch. You got some of the star. You got a nice 3-color patch on the other side, and a beautiful bold blue autograph. There, that's a good view. Great autograph he has. Just amazing. So this is a card. It's like, do I want to sell it or do I want to keep it? I love the card, so it's in my limbo box. David G, I think I won the Maurice Richard rookie. Well, that's a fun thing to be. You're not quite sure if you did. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Let's go back to the live auction, guys, because we're not paying close attention here. Not paying too close of attention. It's hard to see what if PWCC is watching, if anyone from PWCC is watching right now, if you can make it here, let me just fix this view for a sec. Oh, that'll work. If you can make it so that when we click these search options here, so if I pick hockey only, for example, which I have hockey checked, if that could help program the top, not like that'd have to be different for everybody. It's probably impossible or very expensive to do, but that would be really nice to just watch what hockey bids are coming in instead of having to watch like the bids of the day. That would be so cool if this site could get that functional. That would be amazing. But let's see what's going on. Wow, the second year Gordy's up to $9,500. PSA 8. I mean, his rookie PSA 8 is probably worth close to what now? If one would sell, I can't see it getting less than 75, 80 grand. So the second year, which is, I think, a nicer card for 9,500 is still, it's a great card. I don't know if that is a bargain or right on or expensive, but either way, a great card. This is the PSA 9 Topps Lemieux. Still has bids coming in. What's a Steve Shutt PSA 9? Is it? I own one of these, but it's sort of in my sell box. If anyone's looking for this card, I have one available. Oh, what's this? A PSA 984 Gretzky is a 650, top 5%. Nothing too noteworthy here. There's a Eichel Young Gun Canvas BGS 10 that's at $400, $410. Let's see what's going on if I'm still in the action on anything. Let's go to my bids. So, nothing is, why? Because nothing ended today. Hockey, nothing is live. That's right. So let's look at close. That'll show us all of them. Did I win? No, I lost that. Everything else is tomorrow then. Everything else is tomorrow. What am I outbid on? Nothing that ends today. Okay, so I'd have to go to all. Let's see. There we go. I'm outbid on these two, and we're in hockey, so we're not seeing that Batman card. Oh, I must have missed out. Oh, I forgot about the ice. Did the ice end? The ice ended. Lost. Oh, darn. What did it sell for? Why isn't it showing up? What's going on? Live? There it is. It doesn't end until tomorrow. I forgot. Okay. Whew. Now you guys all know what to bid against me on. This ice card, that's the one I want. That's the one I want this month. This is the one I want. Right now it is sitting at $18.75. I'm the high bidder. Numbered 80 of 99. Not quite a true gem. I guess it's the minimum 9.5, but I don't really care. It's still a hard card to find. So I'm going to bid on that one. I am bidding on that one. I'm just not going to divulge what my max is at this point. Let's go to the top. Let's sit here. Let's see what's going on. So, David, did you win it? I'm sure you might have said something below. JG just now for $28. That's awesome. That is awesome on the Jimi Hendrix stuff. Carlos says, big fan of Slovakian hockey players. Does anyone collect Gaborik or Zdeno Chara? Yeah, Marian Gaborik he's got a couple of very hardcore collectors I know from the Hobby Insider message boards, Carlos. You might know that. What about Miroslav Satan? Wasn't he Slovakian? So I have a Miroslav Satan. People call him Satan because that's how his name is actually spelled. I got to look for this card. I think I have it right here. And this is a player that I was picking in hockey pools in the late 90s, early 2000s. And here it is. You do not see many of his cards at all. I do believe he's Slovakian, but Carlos, you can let me know. I'm going to show you this card, guys. Let's see this card. Here we go. So there it is. Miroslav, I think it was pronounced Satan, spelled Satan. This card is on card auto out of 5. You don't see any of his cards ever. They don't make them. This is probably the only year he has nice auto patches. I don't know if he ever had a couple limited logos, maybe in 06, 07 or something like that. But anyway, I do believe he's Slovakian too. Tank says Federico put up similar numbers to Stasny in the 80s. No love for him either. No, not a lot of love for Bernie Federico either. Joe Mullen. Yeah, you're right. I was forgetting. Joe Mullen is a great U.S.-born player as well. Austin Matthews will be a top U.S.-born player. Definitely agree. Game time. Thank you very much. Auction endings are always exciting, but your live show makes it a party. Thank you. Appreciate that. Game time gallery. Colin says, I wanted the coffee, but it sold for $85. What were you willing to pay for it, Colin? What were you willing to pay for it? Top USA player, Bobby Carpenter. First player to jump from high school to the NHL. Eric He was the top U.S. born player for like a month. He's no longer anywhere. Here we go. Baseball card curmudgeon fills us in. Chris Chelios, yes. Brett Hull, right up there. Joe Mullen, up there. Keith Tkachuk, up there. Pat LaFontaine, up there for sure. Yes, I'm with you. They would all make my top 10 U.S. born players, as well as Brian Leach. What did the coffee PSA 9 sell for? Rich won it. I don't know. Rich, do you want to divulge what that was? Hello, Albert Jones. Welcome, welcome. David G confirmed you won the Richard. Congratulations. I do not have a Crosby Ice. I do not, but if I did, the Ovechkin would pair up very nicely with it. Alex says, aside from the super high-end stuff, do you notice there's deals to be had through these PWCC monthly auctions? Well, no, I don't. I'm not seeing a lot of deals. I think that the PWCC auctions are on people's radar and they're watching them. So I'm not seeing a ton of deals. But let's see. If I win that Ovechkin Ice tomorrow for a good price, maybe I will. Maybe I'll change my answer. Yes, B. Roy, the remnants were nice. I got a really nice, look at this remnants card here, guys. This is numbered 1 of 5. 1 of 5. Look at that. This card is literally fire. Isn't that a beauty? Just a beauty. Jerome Iginla just elected into the Hall of Fame. His son was just drafted in junior hockey. His name is Tej, I think is how you say it. T-I-J, Iginla, Tej Iginla. This guy's a first ballot all day long Hall of Famer. That's a great card too. Love it. Troy says, thank you, Troy. I'll let you know for sure. Alex has won some lower end stuff for great deals. See, I'm not looking too much at the lower end, like the $0 to $40 type of cards. So I'm just not sure. Loved wearing my Bruins Satan t-shirt. People had no idea. I don't remember him playing for the Bruins. Must have been at the end of his career. I remember him with the Islanders. Really well with the Islanders. That's where I remember him the most. Carlos confirms he is from Slovak, from the same town as your grandma. Wow. Banksa Bistrika, Slovak. There you go. Great card. So I'm glad I got to show you that. 800 on the coffee PSA 9. Nice buy, Rich. Tanks, not to be pedantic, but Brett Hull wasn't U.S. born. Just ask. That's true. He wasn't. He was born in Winnipeg, I believe, where his father was playing in the WHA. But he did play. That's right. But he has dual citizenship. So, but you're right. You're right, Tanks. That plays for me. That plays. Trying for the Joliet, but giving up. Was that the 24? Colin, I was ready to pay an all-time high of $8K for the coffee. Sadly, not enough tonight. So it's an all-time high. And Albert Jones has a Crosby out of 10 remnant sick patch. It doesn't have the auto. So the out of 10 wouldn't have the auto. The out of 5 had the auto. The 10 was just the patches for the patch cards. So, well, there's a card with Lemieux, Gretzky. And speaking of Brett Hull, there he is with Lemieux and Gretzky. 50-50 club. The only players at the time probably still to score 50 goals in 50 games. There's a cool Muhammad Ali card. A Pelé with a horse. Luke Skywalker. All right, what's going on with the hockey auction, though, guys? Let's see. I want to reset. How do you just reset this whole thing? I'd like to reset this whole thing. We got live. We got all. We got hockey. And go to all items. Let's see how many cards are left in this. This thing could be over for all we know. We might not even get into the reds, the minute-long windows. 150 cards still alive. Oh, but let's go to today. So that's going to be this guy right here. And let's see how many cards are actually still alive. 22 cards left. There's the Joliet we were just talking about. It's a $4,000. Still the Gretzky 8 OC. See, this as far as an OC designation goes, isn't that bad. It's a top to bottom thing. Okay, a little bit left to right, but mostly the top to bottom. Yeah, it's definitely OC. I think the qualifier makes good sense to me on this one. It made sense to me on the last one, too. This is a Topps copy. Still a nice card. I mean, the Topps Gretzky rookie is very nice. Very nice. It's at $19.50. We'll get another bid. We will see. 22 cards left, guys. 22 cards left in the auction. It has an auto. Your Crosby out of 10 remnants has an auto. So is it patches or jerseys? Maybe I'm getting the year mixed up, but very nice. Would love to see that, Albert Jones. Throw it up on your Instagram. Carmudgeon says Brett Hull was born in Belleville, Ontario, but right a dual say. Okay, so he's born in Belleville, Ontario. Must have been born in the offseason then when his dad wasn't playing for the Jets. What year was Brett Hull born? I got to think that was before his Jets days, right? Brett was probably born in 1970 or something like that. Albert Jones, I want to see that card. What year was Brett Hull born? I'll find it myself. What year was Brett Hull born? 64. Ooh, he's old. He was old by the time Bobby Hull was playing in the WHA. So my bad on that. He would have already been 7 or 8 years old at that point in time. Thank you, Curmudgeon, for confirming with me. Tank says, I'm told that Brett Hull was never invited to play for Team Canada, so he played for Team USA. That rings a bell to me, and it's I don't blame the guy. He wanted to play hockey. Go play some hockey. Brett Hull. Vark Tech is blocked. Alexis Hood has been blocked. The more bots that come in now, the more bots we can block. Okay, what else is going on? Not much left here, guys. Not much left in the auction. But from what we're hearing, a bunch of you won some cards. Name in the house. Good evening, Name. Welcome and hello to you. Great to see you. Yeah, not a lot left for tonight. These cards are ending. We'll do a sneak peek on tomorrow. See what's going on tomorrow. We are now in the 1 minute window. So this is about to end. Let's do a quick refresh. See if there's more than 10 cards left. And there are 22 left. So maybe this updates automatically or something. I'm not sure. I thought it did, actually. I thought it did update automatically. Sometimes I think it did. Sometimes I think it didn't. Eric says, when a Topps Gretzky receives a grade from PSA, it is actually that grade, unlike O-Pee-Chee counterpart that gets upgraded. You just don't like the edges, Eric. You just don't like the edges, which is fair. I get it. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 20, 18, 21, 22. So there's still 22 cards, just like it says at the top. What's the nicest card left? Well, I mean, these top 3 are all great cards. PSA 7 or BVG 7.5 Topps Gretzky. The 24 Champs Joliot. Beautiful card from 1924 at $4,000. Sawchuk SGC 8.5 at $6,500. That feels high to me, but I could be wrong. Just feels high, and maybe not. Maybe an 8 would be high for a SGC 8.5, but maybe not for an SGC 8. These cards at the bottom, don't interest me at all. None of these 4 cards interest me at all. But they must be set registry guys chasing them because they're all commons. Same with these. Oh, that's cool. Nice Gretzky bronze, fine mystery finest. It's not the refractor version. Do not like the looks of this card at all, personally. Members only. Members only didn't do anything for me ever. This is actually a lacrosse card. But lacrosse card gets lumped in with hockey. Joe Malone, yeah, lacrosse, leading players, a C59s and a PSA 1.5. So, okay, so that's sold. So why did that sell and it's still showing up here? Let's see. What are we down to now? 22 cards is now down to, has to be less than that, 14 cards left in the auction. So this is going to end pretty quick. Going to comments now, guys. Going to comments. Simon is still fighting it out for one of those 22. Well, good luck to you, Simon. I hope it's not one of the ones that I just said I don't care about, but if it is, I'm glad that you care. Mike Kemmel just bid $2K for the 7.5. This one right here. So that's you. Okay, well, good luck to you, Mike Kemmel, on the 7.5. Let's have a look at this card for you. Let's see. So it looks on first glance like the only issue it has is that left to right centering. Little bit of fade down here on the border, maybe, just in the blue. Otherwise, the edges, the corners look beautiful. Even that doesn't bother me down there. Very minor. Don't mind that whatsoever. The registration is like stellar, but it was on, I think, pretty much all the copies of Topps. Well, good luck to you on that. Oh, sold. You got it. Looks like you got it for $2,000. Congratulations to you, Mike Kemmel. That is great. That is great. We'll do a refresh. 14 cards is now down to what? Baseball Card says, is Jason still the top hockey card vendor in Ontario? If you were talking about Jason Martin, I would say for vintage, I mean, at the expo, he's probably got the biggest booth. Although, yeah, he was there this year. Probably has the biggest booth with the most cards on it. Does that make him the top? I would not be able to confirm or deny that at all. Used to come into a lot of the early 90 expos. He used to sell a lot of unopened and full sets. Yeah, he still does. He goes to, I see him in the National every time. Oh, Albert Jones, I get to see your card. Thank you so much. Tank says the SGA 8.5 at that price is a bargain. Okay, there you go, guys. That was a bargain. You are welcome. Colin says, good luck, Mike. That's still a great price, in my opinion, for a sweet card. There we go. There we go. I wasn't sure. Okay, Albert, let's go see the IG messages. Let's see if we see that card. Albert, do you mind if I share it with the people here? Oh my God. Wow, Albert. Wow. Albert, can I show it on the screen? I'm not going to do it without your permission, but can I show it? Because you sent it to me directly. But if you give me permission, I'd love to show it to everybody else here. Nick M, very happy to have picked up my first Ray Bork PSA 9 in the Stamkos Black Diamond out of 100. Good for you. That Eiserman 10 was incredible, but a tad out of budget. Congrats to you, Nick M. I like Stamkos, you know. Kucherov came in, Braden Point came in, seemed to have taken a bit of the love away from Stamkos, but Stamkos is still a great player and a Stanley Cup champ. B-Roy, great pickup and at a great price for the Gretzky. Yes. Okay, Albert gives me permission. Let's do this. Let's do this. No, wrong way, wrong way. This way? Yeah, that way. Okay, this, guys, you guys are going to love Albert's card. I love it. Those patches are sick. Look at this card, you guys. Come on. Unblur, unblur. Can we unblur? Get it even closer, maybe. This card is fantastic. This is numbered out of 10. On card auto. Crosby is the best. Crosby is the absolute best at fitting a beautiful auto in a tight spot. Sorry it's hard to see, guys, but what a great card. What a great card. Oh, my God. Sell it to me, Albert. Sell it to me. Dan the Parky Man, congrats to all the winners. I'm not one of them. Yeah, congrats to everyone for sure. For sure. Look at that, Albert. Everyone loves your card. Albert. I'm texting Albert back right now. 2 words. How much? I'm just kind of messing with you, Albert, but hey, I'm sure you don't want to move it. That was amazing. What a card. The Storage Room, welcome to the show. B-Roy, need a show just showing off the Premier Remnants. I know. Premier Remnants are just sick. Here's another one that I have that now this one, the patches aren't anything fancy, but it's out of 5. Like it's Jerome McGinley. 95, probably the year he was drafted. Nice on card, beautiful bold auto. Only 5 copies made. You can see it right under his neck. Still a nice card, even though the patches aren't great. I have a beautiful Howard Chuck. Oh, here's another one. This is a Nicholas Lidstrom. This is probably the same as Albert's because this is numbered out of 10. Now the patches for the Red Wings are tough, but you can tell it's patch at least from the D. Really nice. Love those cards. Do I have any more in here? I don't think so. You guys remember the Big Playmakers? Anyone remember the Big Playmakers patch cards? Came out 1 year in Upper Deck. 1 year only. I've got the who was the Slovak guy that was in here? If you're still here, I believe this is another Slovak-born player. I believe. Might have been Czech Republic, might be Slovakia, I'm not sure. But please let me know. Simon just won the Stadium Club that I didn't like. Too funny. Too funny. Good job. Congrats. Paid more than you wanted. That's okay. Check out this card. If the guy who was, I got to find out whose mother. Oh, Carlos, that was you. Check it out. Is he Slovakian? Please let me know. Peter Bondra. Peter Bondra is one of the greatest goal scorers in the NHL in the 1990s. And these cards were tough. These were out of 10. I don't know how many players were on the checklist. Quite a few. Probably like 40 or 50 cards on the checklist. Total guess. I've seen very few of these over the years, but this, again, it's a card that it's like, I think I want to keep it. I think I want to keep it for myself. I bought it in a collection, but it's one of those cards that, it's in my limbo box. But let me know, Carlos, was he Slovakian? Curious to know your thoughts on that. All right, guys. So the auction is over. I think it's over. Let's do a quick refresh here and see. How do I make that big again? There we go. Yes, played for the Slovak national team, but might be from the Ukraine. Okay. 2 cards left in the auction, guys. I believe there are 1 card. It's always fun. What's the last card in the auction? This one sold. The last card in the auction is the 1969 O-Pee-Chee, Val Fontaine. I mean, I think I've heard of this guy. Just saying, it's pretty much a common, but it's the last card in the auction. Must be people working on the PSA set registry that need card number 119 still. So with that said, and it's been extended to the next window even. Bondra is Slovak, says Eric. Tank says, I think Bondra was born in the USSR, but he played for Slovakia. Lots of, someone Google it already. Tyler says, what did you do to me? I don't even collect hockey, but I'm on eBay looking at remnants. Right? I know, Tyler. Remnants are sick. They are sick. And they're from O-Pee-Chee Premier. It's not like, the brand doesn't exist anymore. It maybe lasted 3 or 4, maybe 5 years max. But they made some stunning cards from it. I should pull up. I don't have it handy, but I should pull up my Howard Chuck and show you guys that card. Howard Chuck is like, was my childhood hero. I definitely have the world's best Howard Chuck card collection. Like, it would blow your mind what I have from him. But I'd have to pull it up on my Dropbox and show you guys. Colin, what do you say? Loved hanging out. Thank you so much. The juicy cards are tough to get and maybe getting tougher. That's a good sign. Until next time, good night to you, Colin. Thank you so much for joining, as always. Let's do this first. Let's go to the closed auctions from tonight. And let's just run through the first page, really, and see what the big cards were. It's the second-year Gordy. It's the Paul Coffey. It's the Gordy rookie in a PSA 2.5 that does $77.50. We got the Ovi. So this is a bargain, right? $77.50. This card is now down about $1,300 since earlier this week. It's funny to say it's down, right? The next one gets sold for $9. Like, is it really down? It's down today. The most recent copy is down. I think you have to say the most recent copy is down. And I haven't looked at it. There could be a flaw. It might not be a beautiful 10. We got the 8.5. Sawchuck does $7,500. The Eiserman $7,250 on the 10. The O-Pee-Chee 8 Gretzky does 6, where a PSA 8 would do like 15 to 20, I think. BVG 5.5. Bobby Hall does $4,200. The Bobby Clark 42. Ovi, Dave Keon. There's a Joliot, stayed at 4. Gretzky 36 for the tops, 8.5. McDavid Young Gun 3,600. Second year Gretzky 35. Crosby Young Gun PSA 10 3,500. The 80C tops Gretzky does 31. 29 on the beater Gordy. 2,800 on the PSA 9 Tony Esposito. What a beautiful Makita tonight. Someone got very lucky with that copy. There's the Francis, does 18.5. All right, there we go. Troy, are we back in time to 1988? I know, on the last card in the auction. I wonder, is there anything still alive? Is that card still going? Are there 2 people battling it out, or is the auction over? They are still battling it out, and they're still going. It's going to go for another minute. This card will go unless 2 guys are just keeping this auction alive for fun, for sport, which would be funny. All right, let's do this. Let's open up a new window for the monthly auction. And we still got over 60 people here. So let's do this, because I got a few more minutes to stay on with y'all. So we are doing hockey only right now. And we are going to do, I guess we'll just start from highest bid. and see what is ending. I guess these are ending tomorrow or the next day for the most part. Looks like one day. So there we go. The Ovechkin SPA Future Watch auto with a faded auto is $6,000. The Crosby, which I love, at $6,000. Oh, McDavid. Here's the Lemieux. It's up to, so it's gone up again. I mean, I think I bid 1,800 when I made my bid, or 1,900 earlier tonight during the show. It's already up to 25. So people recognize that that's a good deal. And as Kaplan said earlier, you know, the card ladder value is like 3,200. The most recent sale is 3,400. This is a pretty nice copy from what I remember. I mean, why? I could easily see it being back up to $4,000. There we go. Lots of Gretzky's, McDavid's, the Ovechkin that I want to buy. More Gretzky's and Lemieux. The Gilmore's at 12.25. Here's a Bobby Orr SGC Authentic for $950. It looks like a beautiful card. Beautiful card. And again, it's maybe it's trimmed or something, because it does look, yeah, I don't know why it's authentic. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say it's trimmed, but that's the assumption. Don't know what's going on right here. Doesn't look totally natural to me. So it could be some trim on the right edge. Otherwise, I mean, I'll tell you what, I would happily buy a 52 Topps Mickey Mantle that was trimmed. I mean, I would happily buy one. He's kind of a, you know, an offshoot, not an offshoot, but like just the trilogy rookies aren't my favorites. Sticker auto, but still they're numbered out of like $7.99 or something like that. So this is McDavid. Let's see what it's numbered to. I'm not sure. They seem to change it every so often. And then there are tiers. I can't even read what that says there. $4.99 says it right here. So, you know, a cheaper McDavid rookie with an autograph, $800 for now. I mean, not a bad price if you're looking for one of those. A PSA 10 Luke Robitaille, always been an undervalued or underappreciated. I got to remember, underappreciated card. Look at that. Look at the second-year Yari Curry PSA 10. You don't see a lot of those, or you don't see a lot of these, except I own one of those 17 myself. Second-year Steve Eiserman PSA 10, O-Pee-Chee at $210. Of course, I own one. I want to see it go a lot higher. Some Jambalaya, Marc-Andre Fleury. All right, let's go to the comments, guys. We're going to wrap this up. We are going to wrap this up. But these are some of the featured cards that will be ending tomorrow on PWCC in what they call December 16th, Pokemon Magic the Gathering. I don't think it's the 17th. Maybe by one day it's 2 days from now. I'm not sure. But either way, it's coming up either tomorrow or in the final round on what would be Friday, right? Today. What's today? Wednesday? Today's Wednesday. This was fun. Thank you, B. Roy. Carlos says, Google, Bondra was born in Bakivtsi, Lutsk Rayon, Ukraine, and then was part of the Soviet Union. Thank you for that, Carlos. Albert, if that's U.S. prices, then the Ovi is not down that much. There we go. That Ovi Black Diamond is a pop 20 and a BGS 10. Wouldn't expect many more 10s out there. So that could be a steal at 4,200 versus the Young Gun. Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. It could be a steal. You have to look at it versus the Young Gun. It's going to be rare for sure. Albert Jones needs the Crosby Ultimate, and so do I, Albert. Well, I get it, buddy. Troy, thank you so much. Great to have you. Matt Jones, Wednesday the 15th. Thank you. Great as all. Okay, thanks, guys. Listen, we're gonna end this right now. This Saturday on Sports Cards Live, we're going to have the PWCC Premier Auction, which we've been doing since really like May. That'll be great. Eric and Adam will be joining. Guys, check out channel sponsor Whatnot. Check out Whatnot on iOS and Android. The best live breaks and slab auctions in the hobby. Whatnot.com/invite/sportscardslive. And they'll know that I sent you. And I might get some credit. I'm not even sure. Haven't received anything yet, so I don't know if I get it. But if I do, well, wonderful. Lovely. Thank you for the support. What else can I tell you? What else can I tell you before you go? Check out Collectible Live, guys. Go to the Collectible app YouTube channel if you would, and subscribe to the channel and watch the videos. There's more than just me on there. I promise you that. It's a fun channel. And go to the Mint Collective's YouTube channel. It's just search the Mint Collective. I'm doing a series on their channel now called Today's Collector. And I had Nat Turner on with me. And that episode dropped on that channel like 2 or 3 days ago. So check it out. The channel's under the radar right now, but let's help fix that. Give it a subscribe. And here's all the upcoming episodes that's been streaming. So you've probably seen that already. Thank you very much, Eric. Thank you, Tanks. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you all on Saturday. Have a great rest of the week. Thanks for joining.